Welcome back to Fine Watch Club Media. Today's video is on Tudor chronographs and primarily this 79170 Big Block with the Tudor Monte Carlo making a guest appearance. Both watches are currently listed for sale here at Fine Watch Club in Norwich. So if you like Tudor chronographs, spend a moment of time having a watch of this video. Conceived in 1926 by the main man himself, Hans Wilsdorf, Tudor was originally launched as a way to own a Rolex quality timepiece at a more affordable price point. The watches were effectively Rolex pieces in many ways, sharing the same cases, bezels, crowns and crystals. Launched in 1976, the Big Block chronograph was the first automatic chronograph made by the Rolex Group, and over a decade before Rolex introduced their first automatic chronograph, the famous Daytona. Until the introduction of the Deep Sea Sea Dweller, it was the biggest watch to come from the Rolex Group. The automatic chronograph movement meant Tudor needed to use a thicker case, which gave the watch its Big Block nickname. This shared heritage means the Big Block is very obviously a close relation of the Daytona, featuring the same style case, acrylic crystal, and has the 5-pointed coronet on both the crown and the case back. The most obvious visual difference on the Big Blocks compared with previous Tudor chronographs was the introduction of a third chronograph wheel on the dial to measure hours. This was facilitated by the Valjoux 7750, which also allowed the introduction of the quick set date feature. So the Tudor 7100 series was launched in 1971 and was Tudor's second series of chronographs. They became known by collectors as the original Monte Carlo watches, as the dial had resemblance to the casino roulette wheels from the tables of Monte Carlo. The distinctive dials were the beginning of Tudor's signature use of colour in their chronographs, and the Tudor Monte Carlo watches have been relaunched as part of Tudor's heritage line. Ours is an original example from 1972. The Monte Carlo is powered by a Valjoux 234 movement, mechanical hand winding. Inside the Big Block Oysterdate chronograph sits an automatic column wheel chronograph movement, a Tudor modified Valjoux caliber 7750. Valjoux has been long known as a producer of solid, reliable chronographs, and the caliber 7750 is one of their most famous. It's been in production for decades, and with its fantastic reputation, it can be found under the hood of many a fine wristwatch, Omegas, IWC amongst others. In summary, Tudor chronographs are filled with a rich history and offer the wearer a timepiece with plenty of charm and character. Tudor's no-nonsense presence allows significant versatility, dressing up or down and pairing with an alternative strap. The Tudor brand has certainly come on a long way, from rose to shield, stepping out of the Rolex shadow, providing military-grade durability and reliability. At the time of making this video, our 1972 Monte Carlo is the least expensive out of only a handful that are available on the usual online selling platforms. Our 1994 Big Block, in this configuration, appears to be the only one currently listed with both box and papers. These two Tudor chronographs are listed at www.finewatchclub.co.uk. Feel free to get in touch for further information or to make an appointment to view in store. Thanks for spending your time having a watch. Hope you're ready for the next episode.